Hey everyone, my name is Emily Williams, and I'm excited Identity Report. The title of this year's report is The State of LGBTQ Acceptance in America, Insights for Inclusive Marketing. And our goal with this is to provide you with valuable insights into consumer behaviors and opinions among supporters of the LGBTQ community, and show you how these insights can strengthen your marketing and activation efforts of this highly valuable audience. MRI-Simmons' LGBTQ and Gender Identity Study explores American attitudes and issues regarding sexual orientation, sexuality, gender diversity, brands and businesses that take a stand, and content featuring these topics and the people who live them. The study surveys around 5,000 US adults age 18 plus per year that are nationally representative by gender, age, race, educational level, and region. And the data are released in two waves, in June and in October. Each wave, the questions are appended to the latest MRI-Simmons Double Base USA study, unlocking deeper analysis of purchase behaviors and product and brand profiles by over 60,000 variables. Now that I've gone over a little background of the study, I'm going to walk you through a few insights we pulled from this year's annual report. The first question that we ask in the study sets up the rest of the survey. It's describe your support for the LGBTQ community from very supportive to not at all supportive. Over half of US adults, 56%, claim to be either very or somewhat supportive. And when looking at demographic breakouts, women and Gen Z show the greatest support. While reporting slightly lower levels, over half of each generation still reports some level of support for the LGBTQ community. And when it comes to personal connection, 59% of adults report knowing someone in their lives who identifies as LGBTQ, while only 6% of the population reports being a member of the community. Beyond support for the full community, we also ask about support for transgender specifically, and found that still over half of adults, 51%, are very or somewhat supportive. This broad base of support signals that inclusive messaging isn't just about reaching LGBTQ individuals, but also their allies. It gives brands an opportunity to reflect shared values, foster trust, and connect meaningfully with a wide and supportive audience. Beyond general support, however respondents may interpret support, we dive deeper into asking about how important certain LGBTQ-related causes are to people. The top cause year after year is HIV education and care, which 2 in 3 US adults agree is somewhat or very important. Following HIV care, over half of adults think supporting LGBTQ youth and anti-bullying efforts is important. Equality in the workplace, reducing transgender discrimination in employment and in housing, racial equality within the community, and supporting DEI measures for corporations, which was a new measure in the study this year. All of those have over 50% saying this is important. Looking at political causes specifically, we see that over half of US adults think LGBTQ protection at the federal level is important. Fewer Americans think that supporting transgender athletes or laws that assist with the transition of transgender youth are as important. And this matters to brands and advertisers because it reveals which causes resonate most with the general public, like HIV care, youth support, workplace equality, allowing for more informed and authentic messaging. By aligning with widely supported issues, brands can demonstrate genuine values and social responsibility. On the flip side, understanding which causes are more polarizing, such as transgender athlete participation, also helps advertisers navigate sensitive topics with care, ensuring campaigns are culturally aware. Support for the LGBTQ community and gender diversity is also shown through media and brand preferences. So when it comes to content, 43% of US adults like when shows or movies have gender fluid or non-binary characters, while the same percentage think it's important for brands to have LGBTQ people in their advertising. A slightly lower percentage, but still significant, 38% of adults think it's important that the content they watch includes characters that represent the community. For all of these attitudes, agreement is stronger for younger adults and slightly drops with each generation. LGBTQ supporters also have streaming preferences, and they over-index for streaming on Max, Hulu, and Apple TV Plus in the past 30 days compared to the average adult. This is important to advertisers because it highlights where LGBTQ supporters are most engaged, allowing brands to target their messaging more effectively. These platforms offer a concentrated audience of these socially conscious consumers, making them ideal for inclusive campaigns that align with brand values, allowing advertisers to maximize impact and build stronger connections with a key cultural influencer group. For brand engagement, 50% of US adults think brands should be supporting the LGBTQ community by now. More than half think brands should show support all year long, not just during Pride Month when LGBTQ campaigns are at their highest. 2 in 5 US adults say they are more likely to buy from a brand that shows support for the community, and this percentage jumps to nearly 75% when you look at those who are very supportive. 29% of adults go as far as to ask family and friends to not buy from a brand if it is not LGBTQ friendly. So while support is vast, there are still some hesitations or exceptions, though. While half of adults think brands should be supporting the LGBTQ community, over half think companies should be able to opt out of serving the community if they don't want to. 44% believe in religious exemptions for certain companies, and 39% are, quote, turned off by a company that is open about LGBTQ support. So again, this is important because support is widespread and in most cases expected, though there are still sensitivities to navigate with caution in campaigns or elsewhere. Now, if a brand marketer is trying to decide if they should target LGBTQ supporters in an inclusive campaign, they can follow the money. Americans who are very supportive of the LGBTQ community over-index on spending in multiple categories compared to non-supporters. Overspending is most evident for international travel, where strong supporters spent $73 billion in the past year compared to $56 billion. Other categories of note are women's clothing, women's health and beauty aids, perfume, and fine dining, for all of which strong supporters spent over 40% more than non-supporters of the LGBTQ community. This shows that Americans who are supportive are not only values-driven, but also high-value consumers. Their higher spending makes them a lucrative audience, and targeting this group can drive both cultural relevance and business growth. For targeting, MRI-Simmons is not only a tool for getting your detailed insights, but you can also activate any audience in the LGBTQ and gender identity study or USA dataset via the ad tech platform or media partner of your choice. Reach out and we'll be happy to discuss how you can get access to the study, the USA study, ACT, or any other MRI-Simmons offering. We cover so much in this study and in its full annual report that these slides were pulled from. In addition to measuring general levels of support, causes, and content and brand attitudes, we cover allyship, reasons why people are not supportive, perceived safety of LGBTQ people in different public places, and attitudes on same-sex marriage, pronoun usage, adoption, gender-affirming healthcare, and more. We are consistently taking feedback and adding new questions every year to make sure we are measuring and providing the most helpful and high-quality insights. I encourage you to consider how the insights I shared can be leveraged to enhance your business strategies. Get in touch with us at info.ms@mrisimmons.com to learn more about how you can access this study and better inform your inclusive campaigns. We can't wait to hear from you.